You know that idea that you've been sitting on forever? Well, it's not gonna build itself. Step 1, make it exist. Step 2, make it good. You have a great idea. You get excited, and then what happens? You start overthinking it. You start thinking, is it good enough? Can I do this? Is it possible? What if I fail? You start overthinking it and then just completely stall on making anything happen. However, you don't need a masterpiece. You just need a first draft, because momentum beats perfection anytime. Because once it's real and you start building it, then you can fix it and you can sharpen it. But when you don't have anything to fix or to build, it just stays as nothing. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to stop yourself from just being a perfectionist and stalling, and to actually making your goals exist by creating the momentum you need. If you guys are new here, my name is Geraldine. I make videos all about goal setting, productivity, and procrastination. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I am at Geraldine Silva. If you're tired of staying committed all by yourself and you are ready to be part of a group that gets it, then join my accountability membership group called the Committed Collective, where we are a private space for people who want to be committed, stay on top of their goals. Support system that claps for you for your hard days and your good ones. So have a waitlist going. The link to this waitlist will be in the description below and also pinned in the comments below. Once this membership does launches, it's going to launch directly to that waiting list, and the first 6 members to join this membership group will be allowed to join in at a super low market price for everything that you're going to get. Super low market price. And then once it launches to the public, the price will only reflect the value you will be getting out of this group. So if you want in at a super low market price, join the waiting list down below. Like I said, it's going to be linked in the description and linked in the comments as well. But you don't have to do this anymore by yourself. You can join the membership group, and I'm so excited to launch it and to have you guys join in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started to the main content of this video. So number 1, the trap of perfectionism. So most people who have an idea want to get it right away. They want to get it right the first time. And this is the trap that we fall in, right? We think that someone's 10-year experience is what we can get in year 1, when in reality their 10-year experience is worth 10 years because they took the time to build it, because they took the time to get there. Think of Sabrina Carpenter, right? Her first album versus her latest album is vastly different, and there's a reason why she's big now and she wasn't as big before. I'm not saying that her music wasn't good, but I'm just saying the two genres are different and her branding is completely different. She's mastered her branding. And we want to look at the end product as if it was the first draft, right? Same thing as like overnight success. We want to put overnight success as like this pedestal of, oh, if you put it right the first time, you can have this overnight success. When in reality, overnight success doesn't really happen because we just don't see the years of tweaking and fixing and rebuilding it takes for them to get to their overnight success, right? So perfectionism isn't an excuse to delay action. This is an excuse that a lot of people put, where it's like, okay, I just gotta get it perfect. I gotta get my idea is there in my head, but I just need to write it down and get it down perfect before I can launch it, before I can do it, before I can take action on it. It is not time for you to delay it's not time for you to delay. This is a time for you to start drafting your first product. You should be taking action. If you want it to be perfect, fine, but you should be drafting no matter what. You should be going after your goal no matter what. And your 10-year overnight success, you'll never know when it's going to happen, right? You never know when that opportunity is going to open and the opportunities are going to flood in. You just never know. But the chances are there. And the thing about perfectionism is that you can't fix what doesn't exist, right? You can't work on the details on things that aren't really happening. So what is there truly to perfect if there's nothing there to exist for you to perfect towards, right? Let's say your goal is to become a TikToker and you want to perfect the editing, but you're not filming any videos and you're not putting yourself out there and you're not testing the waters to see what works and what doesn't. Like, you're not perfecting anything, and all you're doing is just using that perfectionism excuse to delay that action because you're too scared to start. Stop falling into that trap. What do we need to do, right? Number 2, why messy actions continue to win. Everything that you admire starts messy, right? Podcasts, movies, books, businesses, absolutely everything that you see started messy. Whether it's a song, right? There's a first draft on a song. You think whenever an artist talks about a song that they've wrote, they always talk about, like, oh yeah, we first thought these lyrics would work and then we rewrote it and then we ended up with the lyrics that you hear now. And it's just like, wow, the difference, right? Everything starts messy. Everything starts messy. But those messy actions is what allows you to win, is what allows you to complete a goal, because you are not just waiting for an opportunity. No, you're taking action. Even though it's not what you picture in your mind, you're still taking action and you're still trying to fix things to make them perfect. First versions are supposed to be rough. They're supposed to be ugly and disgusting and just outright bad, okay? First versions are supposed to be looking rough and bad. If I were to ever, if I wish I had my first website still like live. If I had showed you the first website that I've ever created, I would absolutely cringe because I'm like, who was I and why? Who allowed me to have this web builder? But I had it and I launched it and I was very proud of it at the time. And now it's just continuing to tweak it. So first drafts of anything is going to be ugly. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be not what you expected. These messy actions and receiving all of that feedback from your audience or your family members or your friends is what is going to allow you to rebuild and fix what's missing. How many times have I ever, I've gotten so much feedback from you guys of, oh, Geraldi, can you try doing this? Can you try doing that? This is going to make your videos better. And I've changed it around and you guys have enjoyed the changes that I've made. Like that, I would have never figured, I would have been stuck on the perfectionist phase of waiting to be perfect phase because I was too scared of receiving feedback. When instead it's like, okay, I'm going to just put this out and whatever comments I get to fix it, I'm going to fix it and I'm just going to keep going with those results. Number 3, power of momentum. This is something that I've learned about discipline. Discipline is just learning how to take orders from yourself. If you tell yourself, Geraldi, hey, I'm going to go to the gym at 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, you are learning to take orders from yourself. Momentum is the key to achieving your goals. So discipline and momentum is the key to achieving your goals. When you learn how to take orders from yourself, when you learn how to show up for the words, when you show up for the appointments you make, right? I always use this analogy. If don't do it, girl, okay? If you're going to make an appointment, you're going to show up for it. Meaning if you plan this out in your planner, if you plan, I'm going to go to the gym 5 p.m. and you write it down, you're going to show up for that appointment. You're going to show up for that time slot. If you don't plan on doing it, don't even bother writing it down because all you're doing is just wasting your time. So you write it in your planner, I'm going to go to the gym at 5 p.m. and you learn to take that order. So you show up. Momentum is learning how to show up every single day, learning how to show up for your orders every single day. If you're planning to upload a TikTok once a day, that you need to learn how to take orders from that and start uploading every single day. And building that momentum, there's so much power in small little actions that create the biggest results. I never thought that me creating these videos would generate the big results that I've been wanting to have. If I were to tell you you're gonna lose a pound a week for the next 10 weeks, that's 10 pounds that you could lose. And imagine the difference that you'd feel in your body if you were to able to accomplish something like that. So we may think that because we are struggling every single day to take the action, that it's not going to generate any sort of results. Every little pebble in the water could create a tsunami, okay? What I am saying is that momentum is everything. If I stop filming, if I stop uploading, it's going to hurt my progress. And that is what happened this past week. I've only uploaded once a week because I was off on a trip. And so coming back, I've lost like 6 subscribers, which hurt so badly. But that is just what happens when you lose momentum. You start losing those subscribers. You start not losing the weight, but you start gaining that weight back. You start losing out on opportunities because you stop, because you stall, because you don't continue the momentum. Stop waiting for perfection to happen when obviously we know first drafts are going to be rough. So number 4, your action plan. How to make it exist first. Number 1, you need to pick one goal. You need to pick one goal and you need to pick one action. One action step that you are capable of doing every single day. So if it is, I'm going to pay off $10,000 in debt in the next 6 months, okay, cool. What are we going to do every single day that's going to help you achieve that goal? Maybe it's, I'm going to take work to lunch every single day. Maybe it's, I'm going to grocery shop and start meal prepping for my lunch and dinner so that I'm not grabbing takeout on the way home. And I'm not grabbing lunch out from the office, whatever. Maybe it's, I'm going to do Instacart or I'm going to do DoorDash for at least an hour after work so that I can make a good, $20-50 and put it towards my debt. Whatever it is, what is the action that you're going to be taking every single day? The one singular action. Not 20, not 5, not 3, not 2, 1. Just one thing. And we are working on that on a daily. Okay, it's going to get boring. It's going to get boring. But we're going to make it exist. One action, right? And the next thing is that imperfect is going to happen, okay? Imperfection is going to come about with anything that you have. Any products that you make, whether it's I want to have a business, I want to have a TikTok, I want to be an influencer, I want to have a home, whatever, right? Imperfection is going to happen, but once you start putting yourself out there and you start allowing yourself to be bad and look bad to be good, and the more comfortable you get, the better your outcome is going to be. Just look at any artist, right? From their first performance to their latest performance. If you were to look at the first performance that Taylor Swift has ever done, you're going to see she's really bad. She is pitchy. Her stage presence is not that good, versus her latest performance in the Eras Tour is so vastly different. Or even just comparing the first day of her singing at the Eras Tour versus the last one, you could see how much more comfortable she gets on stage. And that's what happens when you have a lot of practice, when you have an idea and you execute it. I'm pretty sure she was so nervous at the fact that she was launching a 3-hour show. I'm pretty sure she thought in her head, who wants to see a 3-hour show with me? But she did it. And like I said, her first performance versus her last performance, so vastly different. But it happened, and it was the greatest concert ever. And if she was just there, stuck at the judgments of everybody of being like, who wants to see a 3-hour concert? And she was just like, we're just gonna do it, and that's just what's gonna be. What happened? Look at the legacy that she's built. And even just taking things like at a granular, right? From every single performance, every single set, every single dance piece, there was a choreographer who had to come up with those steps. And I'm more than sure that the first draft of those dance steps that they created for each song had a first draft. And I'm pretty sure that choreographer probably showed it to Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift had to like tweak those dances to make it perfect to whatever you see on stage. That is how perfectionism keeps you from achieving great things. Okay, we think that it doesn't happen to anyone and everyone else is just so goddamn perfect and they just get it right every single time, and we're just the only ones out here just struggling, the struggle bus every single day. No, it happens to everyone. It's just other people are in the momentum and in the practice of it, and they're just used to having that negativity kind of come their way, or that critique come their way, and they know like it's not to take it personal, it's just learning to fix it, is how they get things done. So maybe it's just not you wanting to be perfect, it's maybe you lacking the ability to take critiques. Maybe it's just that. Maybe you're just too sensitive to take critiques from other people. Maybe you're too scared to see that, oh, this product didn't sell as well as I wanted to. Why is that? And instead of being like, okay, let's try it again, let's test it out, you just throw in the towel altogether and you're just like, oh, this just wasn't for me. See, I knew it. No one wanted it. It was a bad idea. When in reality, it's like, okay, maybe it wasn't a bad idea. Maybe your marketing was wrong. Maybe you needed to change the target audience and make it more niche, like whatever, right? Whatever product you want to put out, whatever thing you want to put out. Maybe it's not the product, maybe it's not you, maybe it's something else. But if you don't put it out, you will never know what that is. If you guys enjoyed this video, I know this was like a really talkative one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I am at Jordi Silva. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!